There's a lot of movies based on internet characters. This one happens to be another one.
So far, we've been introduced to Colby, the Christian robot, and Psalty, the singing songbook. So the natural conclusion is that these two powerhouses of Nightmare Christian Kids TV mascots come together and bang hard. Colby and Psalty meeting up was truly the Jetsons meet the Flintstones of its day. These two go together like peanut butter and KY jelly, like Oreos and milk toast. This crossover happened in 1996 and was episode 5 of the series Colby's Clubhouse in an episode called Check Your Connection. Good advice. You can bend your rabbit ears all you want, but this is happening. I wonder how they decided on which show the crossover would happen on. Maybe it was a contest to see who could better deep throat the cucumber from VeggieTales. If the whole crossover is gonna be confusing, then the opening seconds might as well be too. I'm lost, so I'm just gonna make up what's happening. Clearly, evil mascots kidnapped some kids, so they consulted a witch to magically send them to a baseball field. This girl learns to fly with a magic feather, Colby turns Psalty into a dog, and the whole thing makes Roundhouse look like in living color.
Guess that's what Colby's Clubhouse is for, a place to get...
Oh, and did I forget that Colby also runs the island of Dr. Moreau? Now he's playing God for the Lord. If that doesn't warrant some jazz hands, then that makes sense because none of this really warrants jazz hands. Maybe they should consider moving to a bigger place. It's a bit cramped in here. Did they finally get kicked out of the Max for ruining too many milkshake machines? No matter, it's viewer mail time.
I see the mail has come again. You guys got it before I had a chance to scan it.
Colby has a thing for reading other people's mail. I hope it's Clubhouse-related advice.
I've been a Christian all my life, but I want to know what to do when my brother and I argue, and I get in a bad mood.
My computer says you should punch him in the balls, children. And if you want more brilliant advice like that, write to us, and perhaps you could be one of the letters that we don't set on fire.
If you have a question about God or the Bible, we would really like to hear from you.
No, you'll be getting questions about Hamburger Helper, and that's it. Is every box of Hamburger Helper instantly made better by the addition of Fritos? You tell me, Colby the Christian robot. They tell us that God sends us letters too, in the form of the Bible. And here's a girl who looks like she really wanted a more personalized letter. So to finish my homework, I guess I have to attach some torches to a bunch of foxes? But always do it through song.
Early in the morning or late at night, anytime at all, it's quite alright.
Oh, that's why God doesn't write you back. As giant of a computer that Colby is, you'd think he could print out at least one lesson on choreography. And thus the insult square was returned to our vocabulary. Even the 50s think you're a drag. This is the world's first sock hop that ended with severe pneumonia just from the dance moves. Oh, why am I in the middle? Okay, I'll try to dance. Not perfect, but it was the first take that someone didn't sprain an ankle. Wait, so where do I sit? Okay, let's wing it. This is perfect, guys. Let's use this for the opening, because we have nothing else to use. I suppose that a plot should happen at some point.
Someone is calling me on my internal modem line.
He's talking about his dick. Or at least, I wish.
Oh, hi, Colby. It's me, Psalty. I'm afraid I have a great big problem.
Classic Psalty prank call. You should probably hang up before he starts flipping his own pages really loud and fast. His problem is that he has a new computer, but he can't get it to work.
When I turned it on, it just keeps making these strange barking noises, and steam keeps coming out the front.
Great. He put an extension cord in a dog's ass. The special ain't that long, so he's got to get there quick.
Well, Actually, I'm talking to you from my Psalty phone in my car, and I'm pulling up right now.
Oh my goodness.
Hear that, kids? If you gotta get somewhere fast, just talk on the phone while you drive. Well, here's your problem. Your computer is the severed head of Colby's cousin. We'll fix it up right away by getting that witch back. You're all too stupid for computers.
I hope you can help, Colby. I'm so frustrated. I'm a songbook.
No, you're a middle-aged man in a creepy book costume and blue face. Think of all the Smurfs that you're offending. Psalty only wants a computer so he can put his songs in it.
But I thought your praise songs were in your book.
Well, they are, but I want to share them with kids everywhere.
And it's creepy when kids look for the right page in his ass. If I want someone to explain technology to me, it certainly is these two.
Computers all over the world are connected together.
It's kind of like talking on the phone.
Thanks, 1996. If I want to know how to use a computer, I've got Rachel and Chandler in my corner. Could these two be any more out of touch? Turns out, yes, they can, and unfortunately, the police do not have an address for their hideout. Oops, I mean Clubhouse. Unlike the other two specials that I watched, in this one, it really does feel like the kids are having none of this.
Is how I worship you. Just loving you.
I really have the worst agents. After this, I'm never reading again because books are evil. Some kids just look like they're having a midlife crisis. Why? Why, God? Why me? I could have been in The Sandlot or Little Giants. And what are you staring at? Cue cards? You're a songbook. If anyone should have this song memorized, it's you. He looks like he should constantly be promoting the McSalty burger. It's a chip off a salt lick placed between two buns and a side of just the salt from the McDonald's fries. Again, they are interrupted by a kid who is having none of this shit.
His people.
What's wrong, Dawn? I've been having a really bad day.
Then don't come in here. Your day is about to get a hell of a lot worse.
I forgot my lunch and I've been worried about Tappy. Your new puppy? Yeah, and she's been gone all day. Sounds like you've started your day out on the wrong foot, Dawn.
I was not aware that you needed to start the day out on any particular foot.
Very funny. My goddamn dog is missing. Stop trying to cheer me up.
But if someone is in a bad mood, then how do they get into a good mood?
We could try a joke.
No, don't joke. You want to put me in a good mood? Find my dog. She needs to turn that frown upside down.
You can ask God to change your heart. He's pretty good at that.
Well, I can ask him, but I'm not sure it will do any good.
It was then that the kids grew out of giant singing books. But with comedy like this...
Hello, Psalty the Singing Songbook speaking. See, this is what I told you. My phone thinks it's a fax machine.
You know what's great about these specials? The timelessness. And I think Psalty is really overcompensating with his shoe size. How do we help the moody girl and fix the computer?
Let's finish checking your connections, because if things aren't properly hooked up, then they won't work right.
I think we should pray.
Or you could just turn it off and turn it back on again. Sorry, little girl, your problems aren't worse than this broken computer.
I pray for Dawn that you'll help her to change her heart and get rid of a really bad mood.
And to find Tappy.
Oh, right, the missing dog. At least one of them remembers. You know what won't help any of this? Dancing. Good job, kids. You killed disco again. And could you not sing about plugging into things?
Check your connection. And if you're wearing a frown and always feeling blue, you better plug into God.
Not only should you check your connection because you might be mentally imbalanced, but you should also plug into things and swear allegiance to the Fuhrer of the Third Reich, Adolf Hitler? Go back to the jazz hands. I don't want to know what's on that computer.
Oh my, I think I found something.
Nazi porn. Let's watch, children.
You can find all kinds of fetishes online.
If our hearts aren't really connected to God, then we can try to change our own attitude until we're blue in the face. But it won't work.
You need to strangle yourself, children, and read this scripture about how to cure your bad mood. That'll distract you.
Did you know that God loves us so much that he even knows how many hairs you have on the top of your head?
Wow.
Wow, impressive. No one could ever guess that.
See, this cured all your problems and made you emotionless.
Even though I had a really bad day, and I still can't find Tappy, when I asked Jesus to change my heart, he did. That's because I plugged myself straight into the Lord.
It's okay to be sad that your dog is missing. Maybe you should all go out of the clubhouse and try to find the dog.
Or attend this junior high dance where everyone's afraid of the opposite sex.
Is this the shadow of the cameraman or the Lord? Take your pick. Then a storm happens because the clubhouse has no roof, and Psalty dies of mold, and both computers set the place on fire. Not after this solo, though.
That's when I will remember to pray. Oh Lord.
Guess I'm done. Thank God. I'll never hear the end of this when I go back to the Honeycomb Clubhouse. Who am I kidding? This so rocks. More youth group tryouts need a random guitar solo. You've heard of the Jets and the Sharks. Here's the gang known as the Gazelles. It ends with them being mauled by Aslan. See, kids, if you just stop what you're doing and sing about plugging into things, your dog will magically show up. It was here in the opening credits this whole time. This prepares kids for hurdles being incredibly easy in real life. Oh, right, the broken computer.
Psalty, I think I found the problem with your computer.
Who cares? Maybe I care a little. I think Psalty really was banging his computer.
But Psalty, I did have to clean the peanut butter out of your disk drive.
Peanut butter? Oh, my booklets must have been eating in the worship workshop again.
Sure, Jan.
Then Psalty remembers that, oh right, I have kids!
Right, but you were supposed
Oh,
to pick up
yes, of
Rhythm.
course I'll stop and pick up Rhythm on my way home.
Yes, and you know what?
The special's almost over. Why bring rhythm into it now? In a lot of ways. Something's wrong with Psalty's son Rhythm. I'm guessing cougar attack.
He what? And now he's where? Oh dear, I'll be right home. Okay, bye, Saltina. I love you.
Damn, Psalty, you should really get going.
I learned a few things too. I always knew that God created order in all things, but I never realized how...
You're a terrible father, Psalty. You can't dance your troubles away, unless you're in an 80s movie. Hurry, before tragedy happens.
I gotta help Rhythm get his hand out of... Oh, well, you don't want to know. Goodbye. Oh.
Goodbye, Psalty. Thanks for coming. See you soon.
Then Psalty's son Rhythm was found dead, just like every other form of rhythm in these episodes. What a great lesson here. Are you having a bad day because of some serious problems? Well, talk to this computer and you'll grow into a sociopath who doesn't stress about anything and just waits for good things to happen, like their dog magically turning back up. Even ordering this tape feels sinister. Oh, great. The cover wasn't contractually obligated to appear. This could be Colby and Psalty, or it could just be the editor running a cheese grater over his balls. I don't know which would be worse. While I prayed for an appearance of Bible Man to put a stop to the evils of Colby and Psalty once and for all, no such luck, but there was a Psalty movie, kinda, sorta. It was only about 36 minutes, roughly around the length of some episodes of the show. It features a better costume budget and a Jewish rat. That one I'm not joking about. That's the villainous, risky rat. Oh yes, that shit happened.